Hey, welcome to Realtime Workflows. I'm MX Bell. I worked on Deadpool and Wolverine, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, 1917, Hobbs and Shaw, Wheel of Time, Little Mermaid, No Time to Die, tons more. What you're going to get in the channel are my pro tips and how I use Unreal Engine to make films. So let's get started. Let's make some stuff. See you down the road. Right, next thing. Start at 1,000, right? Let me explain what I mean. We've just made our new shot. There it is. You notice it starts. This is our default kind of range. We're starting a brand new shot, right? So it's the wrong frames per second. Let's make sure we change that to 24. And let's come into here. And the first thing we're going to, before we do anything, because it's much easier to just do it now than to do it after you start putting things into this level sequence. Do it now and it's done forever, because every time you duplicate it, it'll retain it. We're going to start at 1,000. So, if we were just going to take that exact frame range, 120 is a little short for a frame range. It's not bad. I would tend to allow a couple of hundred frames for an average shot. You know, a couple of hundred frames. You're probably not going to let it run that long. Most shots, would average out to be, 100-ish, give or take 50. But we're going to type in 1,000 and 1,200. That gets us over here. And you'll see this in the starter pack that you get from me the free starter pack that you get from me when you subscribe to the mailing list. You'll see that I've done this in the sample, the sample that I provide in there in this 00 sequence thing here. So what we're going to do now, this is our active range over here, between the green and the red lines. We just want to condense that. You can do it like this, but then you've wasted all this space. So I just changed this to be like 950, and that one as well to be 950. So that now we've kind of got, and maybe you can add a bit more onto this. So call that 1250 perhaps there. So you add in 50 frames kind of either side, 50 frames not handles, but you know what I mean, a gap at either side. And now we started at 1,000. Why, you may be asking? Good question. The why is this. It's not as big a deal for Unreal, but there's a lot of simulation going on. And back in the day, a lot of previews was done in Maya. It still is, in fact, despite my suggestions that they should be doing it in fucking Unreal. And what you can't run a simulation in negative frames. Okay, a simulation requires a frame number to run. So anywhere that anything gets simulated, that calculation, the simulation, is past the frame number. The frame number is passed into it, and particularly the delta between the two frames and things like that. So it can't be negative. So what it means is if you started your shot at 0 and suddenly someone comes and says, oh, can we have another 10 frames on the head of that? So that's code for give me 10, it wouldn't actually be 10 frames, let's say it's 50 frames or 100 frames on the head of that shot. That means they want to wind back the starting point by 50 frames or 100 frames. You haven't got them if you started at 0, right? You haven't got them. You're into negative frames. Even if you were to just open it up, you could do it. But when you render them, they're going to come out with negative frame numbers, which you don't want, right? Now in Unreal, you can just do it so that if I open this, if we just the cheat version in Unreal is that you can't do in Maya really, is you can move all these to a folder. So then this folder has this bar, and you can actually just slide this around if you wanted to offset it. So it does kind of fix it a little bit, but I wouldn't rely on that. There could well be things that are fucking out, so I wouldn't rely on that. I would just start at 1,000. Much easier to do, but if you forget, and I'll be honest, I do forget. I'm just trying to drill in to you guys, tell you guys what the best practices are. If you choose to break the rules like I fucking do all the time, go for it. But that is why you should start your frame count